After 3 consecutive episodes on the road in Arizona, Inside Athletics, brought to you by the IAAF, is back at our home studios in Miramar, Florida. Hi, I'm your host, Ato Boldon, and this week I'm in the studio so that I can share with you some of my most intriguing races thus far in the early 2013 outdoor season, and what those races mean as we start to look now towards the World Championships in Moscow, Russia. So let's look at my first race, and maybe the most amazing race of the year thus far. It's a historic race for more than one reason. I want you to look third from the right. This is Yoshihide Kiru of Japan. Look at that dry phase. This kid is 17 years old. He pulls away from the field. Wait for the time. 10.01, fastest ever by a 17-year-old, equals the world junior record. It's just 0.01 off of the Japanese national record. Now, it hasn't been ratified because there is an issue with whether the wind gauge was legal. But this kid, I don't see any reason why sub 10 is not in his future. Let's move from the 100 to last week's Shanghai Diamond League men's 400-meter event. Fourth from the outside, that's LaShawn Merritt of the United States. He was the Olympic champion in 2008. Just behind him, the reigning Olympic champion from Grenada, Karani James. Now, prior to this race, I gave LaShawn Merritt a slight edge because last year around this time, he defeated Karani. LaShawn tends to get ready a little earlier. But Karani showed me something in this Diamond League event in Shanghai, and that is he is ready to run right at, if not below, 44 seconds flat for 400 meters all season long. He's on his way to 44.02. That's the second fastest time he has ever run. He's never run that fast this early. Only his winning performance in London is faster. LaShawn Merritt will no doubt respond to this defeat, but for 400-meter fans, it means that we are in for one thrilling season when these two and some others hook up at 400 meters. We stay in Shanghai for the reigning world champion Carmelita Jeter of the United States versus the two-time reigning Olympic champion Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce of Jamaica. As long as Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce continues to start like this, there she is fourth from the right. As long as she continues to start like this, she's going to be very difficult to beat in any race, and certainly at a championship. She is getting closed down here by Blessing Okabari, who has improved her 200 meters as well. But Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce shows you that she's the favorite for world championships in Moscow this year. I was in Jamaica on May the 4th for their track and field invitational event. This is the men's 100. Fourth from the left is Tyson Gay of the United States. The guy off to the fast start, though, is Nesta Carter of Jamaica. Tyson is able to catch and pass him, runs 9.86 for a new world-leading time. That time was made more impressive by the fact that there was almost no wind behind the performance. Tyson has said that his injury woes are behind him. This race confirmed that for me. It was further confirmed when he went back home to Claremont, Florida, and ran 19.7 wind-aided for 200 meters. What concerns me about Tyson and his ability to stay healthy for an entire season is the fact that he's still having to come from behind in just about every single race. I believe that that puts stress on his body. He is now past 30 years of age, so that concerns me a little bit, but this was an impressive time. When I go back and I look at Tyson's races, though, dating back to 2007 when he was world champion, I feel as though he was starting better in 2007 and certainly in 2009. What's the difference between then and now? I don't believe that he has done a good job of improving his mechanics in the drive phase and in his first 30. And quite frankly, the difference between him becoming a champion again and not is how he sorts out that first 30 or 40 meters. There is no way that he is going to become world champion again, always having to come from behind. There's simply too much talent out there in the 100-meter dash. So far, so good for Tyson Gay, and he should be very encouraged by this early season performance. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Inside Athletics. I'm going back on the road to New York first for the Adidas Grand Prix, which is this coming Saturday. And then after that, the Prefontaine Classic from Eugene, Oregon. If you live in the United States, you can certainly catch me covering both of those for NBC. If you want to contact us, facebook.com/World Athletics Club. On Twitter, @InsideATH. And our email is insideathletics@IAAF.org. We'll see you next time on Inside Athletics.